it's Melinda here. I'm going to show you my foundation routine. This is something that I've been doing for a couple of days now and I've been loving. I've paired up my most favorite foundation with a different one and it's just the best routine I've ever stuck to because my skin looks absolutely amazing. It lasts all night and people are complimenting me on how my skin looks all the time, so I'm like, I must be doing something right. Anyways, if you guys have missed me, keep on watching. I'll make more videos for you guys, I promise. And you know, let me know what you think of this whole look overall, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye everyone. I'm gonna start off with moisturizer. This is my Rodeo Glam Talk Stay with SPF 15, and I've been using this on a daily basis and it's actually a really good moisturizer. Doesn't make my skin oily at all. For foundation, I've been trying out the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the color number 6. It's slightly lighter than my skin tone, but I just powder with a darker powder anyway, so it works out perfectly. I've used this foundation by itself with the powder on top and it looks really beautiful and luminous. My skin does not go superly oily, but it does get a bit shiny after like 8 or 10 hours of wear. So I put this one on first, like 2 layers. It's really light, guys. It's light to medium, so I use 2 layers of this and then I apply 1 layer of my Estee Lauder Doublewear foundation because I feel like this holds everything together. I like to apply it straight into my face first, and I've been using my buffing brush lately. Usually I use a beauty blender, but I switched up. I don't even use a primer, but sometimes I don't use a primer because I feel like I don't need it. It doesn't really do anything for me. But how nice is this? This is just one really light layer. I know it sounds like a lot having like 2 layers and another foundation on top, but a lot of makeup artists do this as well, and like you just need to really buff everything in and not pack on too much at one go so it's not so, you know, cakey. Because my skin does look like skin at the end of the day still after like 3 layers of this. So I'm going to put the Doublewear on. I'm in the color Cashew, so I just pop it on the brush and I apply it to the middle of the face and start to like spread it out. I'm just gonna apply my concealer on, and this is the color Custard in NARS Creamy Concealer. I'm running out, so I really need to get some more because I'm loving this concealer. Like, it's just so lightweight and not cakey at all. I've just been using my fingers to dab everything in. So next I usually like to take my Giorgio Armani translucent powder. This is just a really good lightweight powder. It doesn't add any more layers to the skin, it's just very mattifying. I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just apply this under the eye, and I actually really press this into my skin, so at the end of the day it's not cakey and it doesn't sit in the lines. And I do let it sit there for a couple of seconds before I wipe it off, so I don't usually like actually bake. I'm just going to go in now with my powder brush, and I've just got the Giorgio Armani translucent powder on, and I'm just powdering my face very lightly. Next I'm going to go and use my Becca face powder. This is fine pressed powder in cardamom. This is my favorite powder by far. It's just so beautiful, and it's like a really beautiful color for my tan as well. So I loved it so much I went and bought like another 2. I love this stuff, it's just so good. I got it from Strawberry Net as well. It's like $17.50 US, so it should be like $25 Australian. But this powder is really nice, and if I feel like I'm a little bit oily, I can pack on just a bit and it takes the oils away. It's not even a mattifying powder, but it works so well for one. So I just add a bit of color to my skin so it's not so light and under the eye. So moving on to brows, I'm just going to get my Chi Chi Brow Pomade, and this is in the color medium brown. Just going to very lightly fill them in. I've got my brows on now, and I'm going to just apply highlight under my brows. I'm going to use my Naked Basics palette and the color Foxy, which is the matte cream base, and I'm just going to apply this right under my brows to give it that nice lift. But this is like basically my everyday look lately, just when I'm feeling really lazy and stuff, but I need the makeups to still last the whole day, I guess. Just gonna go ahead and take my NARS Casino bronzer, and I've hit pan. I'm so sad. I'm just gonna have to go and buy another one because when I run out I'm gonna panic. It's so good. Just gonna contour my nose. If I'm really bothered and want my nose look really like lifted, I put my Giorgio Armani translucent powder in the middle there and on the sides and bake for a bit. That's if I'm really bothered, because it does make a massive difference. All I did was use my Fearless Cosmetics like shadow brush. It's just a flat one. And then I go in with my Sedona Lace EB13 Universal Blending Brush, and I just blend away the bronzer. It really looks really harsh on the video right now, but it actually looks really natural and blended in person. It's going to go in with like a bit of translucent powder and just bake the sides and the tip of my nose. And we're just going to leave it there for a bit and then brush it off later. I know it looks really stupid, but it works really well. So just going to go ahead and contour my face. And I just use my Fearless Cosmetics angled brush. This has been like my favourite brush to use, because it gives me such a precise line. I go in and I blend it out later, but I sort of like to pack it on a bit and then go in and just buff it out later with the same brush. If you're wondering why I haven't blended it, I really like how the Luminous foundation gives me a natural highlight. I don't even take myself seriously when I look at the camera, because I'm like, I just look like I snorted a bunch of cocaine up my nose. So I'm gonna just take this off. So next comes the highlighting. I use two. I go in first with the Mary Luminizer, and then I put a bit of the Becca Champagne Pop on top. My favourite brush to use is the 6 Plus like blush or buffing brush. I like to do this trick where I get like contact lens solution. So this is the stuff that you put in your contact lens case and you keep your contact lens in to keep it clean, but this actually helps to keep the highlight on really nicely and lasts all day. I just put a bit of that in my hand, put the brush into my hand until it's like sort of, it's damp but it's not like soaked, and then I grab the highlighter, just swirl it in, and then apply that straight to my face, and it gives a really nice natural glow. It's not, you know, glittery or caked on. It's just really soft and natural, and it still looks amazing. So for blush, I'm just going to use my 6 Plus angled brush. I'm going to take the Napoleon Perdis Sugar Plum Color Disc, and I'm going to use this as a blush. This brush, by the way, picks up like so much product, so I have to be careful. Like I just literally go like that to the product, and there's a lot on this brush, so I gotta be really careful, but it's really good. I'm just gonna go in with my mascara. This is a Lancome Hypnostar. I like to use this one, and that's pretty much it. Just mascara and lip product, and I'm done. And that's my like everyday sort of routine. It's just really simple. If I'm really bothered to, I'll put a lipstick on. If I'm not, I'll use my Paw Paw ointment. So I'm just gonna apply this on. So I'm back with the final look, and I just did my eyes. I've got a makeup tutorial for this particular eye look as well on YouTube, so I'll link you guys to that down below. However, if on a daily basis, I just wear mascara, no eye contacts, and pretty much just lip color and the foundation routine like I showed you guys just now, because it's just so long wearing. And considering the amount of foundation I put on, how beautiful does my skin look? So smooth, so natural. It's not cakey at all, and that's the whole thing about foundation. It depends on how much you apply, how you apply it. You just need to take your time, don't rush, otherwise it will cake up. But this foundation will last me at least 10 to 12 hours. I'm not even kidding. And I have the most extremely oily skin. So if you're considering a Luminous Silk Foundation, or you haven't tried Estee Doublewear and you've heard a lot of girls say it's cakey, definitely just give it a go, because everyone is different, and I feel like Doublewear is a beautiful foundation, like gorgeous, really long wearing, really natural looking, not cakey at all. But if you enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up. In the meantime, I'll see you guys all soon.